Society, yeah, go ahead.
And it is with our present political sphere. Our political spheres have changed because they have gone through the stress and strain of the political upheavals. What are the present realities? If he talks about credentials and competence, it's that our present day reality doesn't call for competence and credentials. Don't we see highly qualified people in our society leading political parties here? What have they done?
So your first
then he tends to dodge into abstract ideology. He talks about love, this and that. We're talking about practical realities. You know, if indeed we are to consider the circumstances we are faced with right now, and agree that, let me leave the politics and go to one common example for you.
Okay.
What is the most clamor for activities in this country?
Go ahead.
The county meet.
Okay.
The national county meet is the biggest showpiece in our country right now. Why is it that way? Because it is tied to particular regions and beliefs and customs. And people are lined up before their people, and it's like people take oath to defend that. And that is how, if we tend to look at it, it's not unique to us. If you look at the belief net in the Americas, that's a research group that made research and said they have identified 12 different kind of a grouping in American politics. They call them the 12 tribes of American politics. They include Jews, Latinos, Hispanic,
they are
all voting blocks. And because their interests are calculated into the governance system, because they gave their vote in block, then of course it makes the society to function better. Say for example, we come from central Liberia. Most of us are traditional agriculturists. Then of course we vote in block. If we are to go to the legislature, the policies that come there, in our mind, must actually be based upon agricultural activities that will tend to reflect the livelihood of our people. Then if there's a trickle-down effect during agriculture to go down, then of course our people will benefit.
But can you achieve that without being ethnic?
You can achieve, you could achieve that without ethnicity in different contexts and different places. But given our geography and our experience, it is just about impossible. How long have we not tried the competence and credentials over the years? From 1847 to now, competence and credentials are...
Let me get this. Your first requirement would be tribe and not competence and credentials.
No, I'm not saying so. What I'm trying to say...
That's the question I'm asking.
My answer to you here is... We have the basis of credentials and competence coming into play, which is necessary. From the beginning, before political parties select people to run on their ticket, they will make sure that those people have competence. They have got the ability to articulate or to govern in terms of what their competence is. But because they come from a certain, they tend to represent the views and aspirations for that community. And that's what democracy, representative democracy, about. Whether a minority group, but they have to be represented. That is even why in the trust system you have the proportional representation. Because people want to be represented. And because we have not tried that path in the past, we tend not to see success. So the reality now we have is to readjust and see what is applicable. In our circumstances now, I think regionalized political parties that have got people glued together based on belief, customs, and practices will be the best way forward.
Alignment. Okay, go ahead.
And let me tell you what he said. No, it's not that we want to exclude anybody. This is not what we're saying.
That's
why we said tribal or regional politics in the context of responsible exclusiveness. Inclusiveness, rather.
You see, with all due respect, when I look at issues, I look at people talk, I look at intent, and I look at context. And it's just based on my background for mental health. You see, let us be honest with ourselves and the Liberian people. The time for...
What do you mean be honest? You see a lack of honesty here?
Well, I'm just a message out there. I'm not saying it.
Maybe the Constitution is not being honest.
No. I respect culture. From the offset, I say I respect culture.
Okay.
Because I'm part of my culture. I'm a member of the chorus.
Oh, no.
I'm part of my culture. I love culture.
No, don't go there.
Okay.
Leave the core thing out of this.
No,
I beg you.
No, that's culture.
Speak to the issue.
That's culture. It's an issue. For you to come here and say and talk about regional politics. Okay. What I'm saying is that take it beyond that. Forget the regional politics. Let's look at national politics for the welfare. Let's consider us to be Liberians first, and then second we can come to where you're from.
By what means?
Okay. Now, because you see, that's what been suffering us for many years and still suffering us. Okay, still suffering us, and it has the tendency to divide us and not to unite us.
How?
Maybe you want to keep dividing Liberian people. That's not what I'm here to unite the Liberian people. I'm here to divide them by your regional politics. Why can you, as a lawmaker, why can you promote national politics? Things that would benefit the people. You're a lawmaker. You got a bill over there or the decent rate. You can even pass.
Don't bring the distraction. Speak to the issue.
I feel the issue. I've spoken to the issue and I've cleared it. I think later on, you will speak Pella to you now. Now speak Pella. You know, but I'm speaking English here.
No, I'm
not insulting you. I'm just telling you. You know.
So what is the danger of what he's saying?
The danger is that it has the propensity to create division amongst our people, where one person will feel that, you know what, I'm from Bon County.
This is our time.
This is my time. So we have to clean the presidency. Not based on whether...
but that's a false move. You know why I'm saying that? I didn't say that. You don't try to false move.
No, it's the intent.
Speak to what I've said.
What
is the alternative to my proposal?
But
I think you're stepping into a quicksand.
No.
Because you do not know the terrain, and you tend to be personal somehow. No, I see your intent. I know why you are.
No, it's not being personal. It's being issue based, though.
It's not issue based. Speak to what I've said. I'll show you the Constitution. I'll show you the basis of my argument. And I'll show you that because of the prevailing circumstances in terms of weak political institutions, then of course we need to reassess and look forward. What is possible?
Okay, but Honorable Karfiah, you recognize that we have a weak political institution.
Yes, indeed.
Can we build stronger political institution and not go trouble?
Exactly. We could build stronger political party and not go in trouble.
Yeah.
But what is the present cultural or social circumstances given our country?
This is why this is what I'm asking.
Because
you already recognize that political parties are weak.
Very much.
So why can we build
because they
stronger
lack the cohesion?
Huh?
They lack the basic cohesion.
When we bring tribe and ethnicity and regionalism into it, then it will be stronger. What's the guarantee for that?
It tends to be stronger because they will hold together because of beliefs, practices, customs.
But this will represent division because
that's not true.
This is what I'm asking the question. I'm playing the devil advocate. This will be the point. If I don't see myself as a Kpelle-land man, I won't join the party that is predominantly Kpelle-land.
Thank you. But then where
so how do you represent mine?
Where is the convergence?
Huh?
Where is the convergence?
You have to tell me.
Thank you. You see, that's why I said people giving localities, giving geographical locations in our country, giving their background in terms of culture and practices will align. And if those alignments are strategic in every facet of our country, then of course you have different groups coming from different places and working together for the common good of the national cake. And when you work together at the national front, you will have that unique diversity in terms of interests that will accumulate into one national goal. Say, for example, I was trying to tell you something there. If the people from the southeastern part, most of them that live on fishing and other things, if they had a voting block from there, they tend to protect those practices through the national space.
That is division, man.
No, it's not division. I said that worked in places before.
Okay, let him respond to that.
I said that worked
Go ahead.
before. Because I see the fear.
Let him
fear cannot be condoned here.
Let me refer you to...
come closer to the microphone.
The argument, chapter 7-8. Now, it talks about ethnicity. But that's not all it talks about. Social, cultural, occupational, or religious.
Yeah, but it recognizes ethnicity.
It recognizes it.
What is conjunction being used? Is it and or is it alternative or is it?
My thing is my thing is that these provisions are made not to exclude any group of people based on these associations. That's the intent of this constitution.
But did he say it would be intended to exclude people?
Did
he talk about exclusion?
He said that indirectly, yes. If you talk about, if you talk about the fact that you want to have original solidarity, where you want to produce a president from this region or this county, instead of saying that I will support any Liberian who is able to take this country to a different level, I think that should be our primary focus. Liberians first.
How?
By looking beyond where one comes from. Looking beyond the organization that one belongs to. Look beyond that. That's what I'm talking about here. Okay?
These are fancy ideas that we have tried from the US when they came here, and that's suffice.
So it's fancy. It's not fancy.
Yeah, that's suffice.
It's fancy. Because we
cannot stay outside the culture we're growing.
I'm not saying you divorce yourself from the culture.
No.
But I'm saying look beyond that.
But the Constitution gave you the elementary understanding of what it stands for. It wanted also to speak of in terms of politics. It gives you option. It says.
Straight to the microphone.
Yes. It says here.
Read it.
As used in this chapter, unless the context otherwise required. An association means a body of persons, corporate or other, which act together for a common purpose and includes a group of people organized for any ethnic. It is then it said come out. So it gives you option. It can be either ethnic, it can be social, it can be cultural, it can be occupational. In my consideration this time, given the reality in our country, the ethnic factor can be played here. I'm not saying anything that is diversional from our laws. I didn't write this. I was nowhere around when it was written. But what I say is, I pick up something from the Constitution there to guide our process in terms of politics. That's what I'm saying here.
Okay. To benefit you.
Not only me. I know where you come from. I see why you're afraid. This fear factor comes from the fact that you want to contest in Maldives. You want to contest in Maldives, and then because of that selfish interest, you think that you tend to be pro-list. You say the Gisis are there, the Manos and Gios are there, the Kpelle-lands are there. So if I tend to go this side, then of course the all people will not vote me. But I think you're trying the wrong path because it's not this initiative we're trying to put for is selfless and it is the surest way that will lead Liberia to the future.
No.
Fear as seen in this context will not stop us because we want to make sure that the context is sold to the left and breadth of Liberia and people will buy it and you will see the good coming out of it.
Okay, what will become of a crewman from Sano Kante in a political party from Central Liberia? Can he be a member?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, but the interest will be concentrating on people from that region.
But then I throw it back to you.
No, I'm trying to answer
it first. Then I answer it this way.
Yeah, then the people in Sano go from the political party.
What have been the interest?
I think you the Kpelle people take advantage of your number, perhaps?
No, it's not about taking advantage of our numbers. What I told you from the beginning is that this is not unique to us. Why are people jittery about what is happening? We're just trying to mobilize our people. You know,
your Kpelle people.
If you know the downside, you know the downside with to our action. Our inaction will tend to create a loophole where people intentionally manipulate a particular segment and tend to use that at the detriment of the masses of our country. And that is a recipe for underwriting any political process.
Okay.
If an election is to be deemed credible, targeted manipulation should be out of the play.
Okay.
Do you see ethnic regional politics as dangerous in our politics of this country?
Dangerous?
Except used unwisely. But when guided, it can be a surest way to bring us together.
So how can you guide?
So the counter meet, for example, has it brought about chaos in this?
No, different thing.
No.
You compare with better
different
Does
thing.
it not have a political flavor? Why are you hiding behind the shadow?
You comparing better boy and pepper.
Why are you hiding behind the shadow?
Okay.
I said, does it not have a political face?
How? People are going to support their country.
They want to support their country
That has
because of
nothing to do with-
allegiance.
No, that's passion. That is passion and love for country. That is different
Exactly.
from the president's.
It can also accumulate your passion and love for what people's behavior, their cultural practices, and
Okay, Honorable, Reverend, conclude on that point. You want to respond to some of the things he said?
I have no argument.
You know, the representative Honorable man, had sounded very loud about what he believes should happen. But we understand where he's coming from. Now, we know, he knows, and he can be honest with himself.
He's Sunday in the church now.
That this kind of a politics will divide us more. And he talks about fear.
No, you said you always use the word divide, exclude, but you've not expanded on that sufficiently. How will it divide?
It will divide in a sense where a president would say, well, if I'm not from that tribe, I cannot align myself with this organization.
Does he not have a space to go and also align?
So are you trying to say that? But then why can't we gather all the tribes in Liberia
Also,
and form a political party for each tribe?
No, let's take it from where you be spending your time first.
No.
Let's go where you be spending your time. So because the Jews are group, does it not give the Latinos a chance of group also?
Let me talk about it.
Okay.
Does it not give the religious group in the group also? So why happen to them?
It gives everybody the right for the other
to align.
Exactly.
Why are you checking?
I agree with
The
that.
place you live where you live for the last 20, 30 years,
I'm not gibbering.
they have practiced that in the context of alignment.
You don't want me to talk, but it's not talk.
But you can't be trying on falsehood.
It's not falsehood. You talk about fear.
Yeah,
and I give you an illustration to show you I'm not fair. Illustration where I put my life on the line for Nima County to protect them, to show them that somebody loves them. I give you that at the offset of this conversation. So I'm not afraid about anything. All my concern is to have people who will unite this country under one umbrella, and that will consider ourselves first as Liberians.
First,
from this and this county, and that will help us in developing our country. That will help us. We talk about uniting people. We talk reconciliation. You see, in reconciliation, Honorable, there are times when you have to give up your rights for the sake of peace and stability, for the sake of unity.
Okay, very well.